Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse One here. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, so we are going to get into talking about what is the real agenda that is going on in light of recent events. So we're going to jump into that in a moment. We're going to give a minute for a few people, more people to get into the chat before we start with that. Okay, it's actually kind of easy, but we'll get into all that in just a minute. I hope everybody's doing well. And thank you all so far that's already here for coming. And so I just wanted to say in the beginning of the video, it's a very family-friendly oriented channel. So I'm not going to have any kind of nonsense. If you do nonsense, my moderators will boot you out. We're not going to put up with any racism or anything like that or being nasty to each other, even in the chat. Okay? So that being said, just putting that out there just because I don't want to deal with that. Okay? And there's something else I want to address, but we'll address that a little bit later, and we'll go from there. So anybody, if you haven't shot me a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, because like I said, we're just getting started here, I would appreciate that. Okay, so let us talk about what is the real agenda. What is really going on? What is everything about? Well, first of all, of course, it's about control. Everything is about control. And you may not think that that's what the real true agenda is, but the true agenda is about control. And how do they do that? How can you get control? All right. More and more draconian laws that we've had going on forever, disarming Americans. So anybody that, watched my show on Wednesday knew that when I did my live stream on Wednesday, I said that we would be talking about gun control today. So we're definitely going to get into that. And we're going to talk about my European brothers and sisters and my brothers and sisters over in Australia and how a lot of them don't understand the thinking. And we're going to get into that, and we're going to talk about that as well. Okay, so the only way that you can truly control a population, you can ask the UK, you can ask Australia, you disarm the population, and you make it about safety. It's all about safety, okay? And I've heard all these things, people saying, well, we don't have mass shootings and we don't have that happen here. Yeah, now you have mass stabbings. People that want to kill people are going to figure out a way to kill people, all right? With the whole thing now, of course, now the whole gun control is the big thing, and the Democrats are jumping on that soapbox once again because in the light of these two recent shootings that we had. And so let's be realistic. Let's talk realistically. They're trying to say that we've had 240 something mass shootings in 215 days. They're full of crap. Okay, a mass shooting, or like the two shootings that we just had, those are mass shootings. The one place, the guy killed 9 people and injured 26, and down in Texas they killed 22 and injured a bunch down there. Okay, and I can't remember exactly what the number was for the injured down there because everybody was so amped up on the number of dead. Those are true mass shootings. So how many of those have we had this year? Too many, to be honest with you. One is too many. But it's not about the guns. It's not about that, okay? And of course, that's the first thing that everybody wants to jump up on that soapbox and say, well, we got to take away the guns because they're using guns and blah, blah, blah. Whatever happened to individual responsibility? Isn't the guy that had the gun, that made these decisions to go out and kill innocent people, where's his responsibility? The gun didn't shoot itself, okay? The gun was just the tool that this individual, or both individuals in this case, used to do this crime, okay? So, if we want to go into, other ways of killing people, let's look at, hey, Prepper Nick, the gun doesn't kill a person, no gun control. Exactly. It's not the gun's fault. You can have a gun and put it up in the corner and don't shoot nobody all day long. You put that gun in the wrong hands with the wrong person, then you're gonna have issues. Okay, and so with to me, gun control is using both hands so I make sure I hit my target. That's gun control to me. All right, but so people over in Europe were talking, and I saw some comments in the chat that people were saying, I don't understand you Americans and your guns, and we don't have guns here, so we don't have these mass shootings. Well, here's the thing. Let me remind some people of some stuff. Wasn't there recently in France, one of the places over there where they really have strict gun laws, that these lunatics got guns, went in and shot up some different places? I think that's what happened. So what happens is when you disarm the populace, all you are setting them up is for victimization. You are setting them up to be victims, okay? And so you want to talk about gun control? One of the most places where you have the most gun control in this country is Chicago, in Illinois. And so far this year in Illinois, I think we've had 72 killings, and we have had, I can't even remember the exact number of people that have been injured, but it's insane, okay? And they have the strictest gun laws in the country. So again, and I've said this before, criminals will not follow gun laws. The only one you hurt with gun laws is the law-abiding citizen. The person is not going to go out there and do anything anyway. That's who you're hurting, okay? Gun laws, it's ridiculous. They should actually drop all the gun laws, let people be able to defend themselves, and you will have a lot less of these shootings, because crazy people, no matter how crazy they are, if they realize if they go into a situation and there's possibly other people that are armed in that situation, they're going to think twice about going out and committing these crimes. That is a fact, okay? What we need to look at is the root of the problem, the real root of the problem, with why these individuals are going out and doing this in the first place, okay? So the real root of it, a lot of it comes down to the destruction of the family unit. Not having a male, strong role model in a household a lot of times is a big part of it. If you call, Mike's, I think he's got something to say here. Hold on a second. Let me do that. Hold on, guys. I'm calling him right now, so I think he's got something to say. Europe has mass stabbings because... No, it went right to his voicemail. All right, well, Mike, if you want to call me back, go ahead. Yeah, they have mass stabbings now. And you're right. Let me go back to that comment. Hold on 1 second. Europe now has mass stabbings because of gun control. If you're going to kill, you're going to kill. Bob Tom just said that. And you're 100% right. And it's like it's not going to change. Oops, wait a minute. There it is. All right, let's do that. Hold on. Oh, what just happened here? Hold on a second, guys. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, hold on a second. Come on. All right, I got you on speaker, Mike.
Okay, I'm walking out of the room so that way you don't hear an echo. So, I just got information on that situation with that man that walked into the Walmart in Springfield, Missouri.
Okay.
Apparently, he is being charged with a terroristic threat.
Even though he made no threat.
Even though he made no threat, it incited fear in others, and so he is being charged with making a terroristic threat, merely because he incited some fear.
You know what'll happen? Some lawyer will take that and eat that up in court. That'll never stand up in court.
I hope not, because if it does, that's going to set a precedent.
Yep.
That means that anybody at any time, whether they're legally carrying or not, can be charged with terrorism just for legally carrying a firearm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And that's really all I wanted to say. I thought that was, I didn't have a chance to be able to type it out or anything like that.
Right.
And I thought that was really important to your topic.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that. We'll talk about it a little bit more here.
Okay.
All right,
sounds
bye.
Good.
Yep. Okay, guys, so if you didn't hear that really clearly, what Mike was saying, the guy that walked into the Missouri Walmart with a body armor on, and he had a gun on him. He was open carrying. He hadn't made no threats, hadn't made anything, and he was held at gunpoint by another law-abiding citizen with a gun that was a firefighter, and they're charging him with a terroristic threat. He didn't do anything, but they're saying that because he upset people, that's why he's being charged with a terroristic threat. So again, this is just, it's a snowball effect. Okay, they're going to try to make it. And the thing is, like I said, a lawyer will eat that up. That shouldn't ever go anywhere. A lawyer will destroy that in court. But it was Missouri. This was in Missouri, Jason Schmidt. And so, again, there's a lot of games going on, a lot of grandstanding. They're just, like I said, this is a big game. And the ultimate thing is to strip us of our rights, strip us of our way to be able to defend ourselves. I'm telling you right now, no country will, they might attack the United States. Let's say this. Let's say there was a ground invasion of the United States, okay? Not only would they be facing the troops, which we, have our military and stuff like that, everybody would be armed and would defend their home country. That's just anywhere, any place. So, if no country's going to want to ever invade us as long as we're armed. Now, if they ever were able to disarm us, which that never is going to happen, I'm telling you right now, guys, never going to happen. We are never going to be disarmed, because even if they put in all kinds of laws, all you're going to end up doing is driving people underground with it. That's all you're going to do, because people are not going to give up their weapons. Okay, so here's, and I've said this a million times, registration leads to confiscation. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So now you have all these things where, like, if I went out right now to the local gun store and I bought a AR-15, okay, because of New York State's gun laws now, because of the SAFE Act, I would have to register that rifle. If I ever decided to get rid of that rifle down the road to somebody else, it has to be done in a certain way that I can prove that I sold it to whoever I sold it to, so they can track everything. So down the road, when they decide that, okay, we're taking away everybody's guns, they're going to come to you and they're going to say, where's that AR-15? And you can't say, I have no idea what you're talking about, because you better figure out where that went, or you're probably going to get arrested and go to jail. So that's how they do that type of thing. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, when they did that SAFE Act in New York, there was a lot of people that did not register what they had, okay? I'm just telling you, that's a reality of it. They had a very low amount of people actually registered their guns, because people are not stupid, okay? Again, it's all about controls. It's all about control. They want to tell you what to do, how to do it, and I'm going to let somebody sit, and this is the biggest thing I want you to remember. Okay, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and everybody else in Congress and everybody else in the Senate, all of them have armed guards. Armed guards. Well, who's going to protect you and me? We're just a puny peon citizen. Who's protecting us? But they get armed guards, and that's okay. If they want to enact this stuff, then they shouldn't have anybody guarding them. So these are the things that kills me. There's the rules for them, and then the rules for the rest of us, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I want to be able to defend myself. I want to be able to, if a threat happens, I want to be able to neutralize that threat so that myself and my family are safe. That's my biggest concern. Okay, so these people that just think that, oh, well, take the guns away. That'll end the solution. It's not, guys. People are gonna find other ways to kill each other. It's just the case. Mentally disturbed people are going to find a way to kill each other. Okay, and remember this too: gun laws only affect the law-abiding citizen. I don't know how many times I have to say that, because criminals don't care about the gun laws. And all you do when you enact different gun laws to try to enact more and more control over people is you're making the law-abiding citizen a criminal, which is ridiculous. Okay, it doesn't need to be that way. It absolutely does not need to be that way. So, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy, and I can't state that enough. I mean, it's like, and like I said, Australia, they turned in all their guns. Now, and I've had some of my Australian subscribers say, well, we're allowed to have guns, but you have to go through so many hoops and jump through so much things to be able to have a gun. And then you better have it locked up the way they tell you to have it locked up. What's the point? And so, and then they can come and take them from you anytime they feel like they want to, which again, so you're getting permission to do what you should be able to do in the first place. I mean, you're out in the country and you're in suburbia. I mean, what about the hunters? What are the hunters supposed to do? So those are things too that you have to think about. But I keep trying to remember that, I think people need to remember in our Constitution, it says shall not be infringed. Okay. Who are they? You got a bunch of bleeding hearts in the city that are going to decide for us what we should do for the rest of the country. Think about that, guys. Those are the ones that are clamoring and screaming the loudest. Okay. The ones that don't have guns, that don't want guns, that don't like guns, that makes them uncomfortable, they're the ones screaming the loudest for the rest of us that we should give up our guns. Think about that. Who are they to tell us what to do? Who is any politician to tell me what's right and what's not right? It's insane. It is absolutely insane. I think that if that ever does come to that point where they try to disarm us, I think you will see armed revolt. I really do. Now, I'm not advocating armed revolt, not in any way, shape, or form. Let me just put that out there. But I think you're going to see people that are going to be like, absolutely not. This is not happening. And it's just it's a very slippery slope. I mean, what is enough? What point is it where it's okay and this is not okay? They want a civil war so they can usher in a new constitution and new rules. Pledge Your Allegiance just said that. They do want a civil war. And, they continuously try to stir the pot for all of us to hate somebody else of another ethnicity, okay? So because I'm white, then I probably have to hate black people, and I have to hate brown people, and I have to hate Asians, and I have to hate American Indians. I got to hate everybody. That's crap, but they want to perpetuate that. They want to keep that going. They want to stir that pot. So the more people... Biden and O'Rourke called for mandatory gun buyback programs for all assault weapons. Yeah, well, they're a couple of idiots, those two are. And I'm saying that in the kindest way possible. Did you see what Biden said today, guys? Biden said poor people are just as smart, or poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Now, if that is not a racist statement, wait a minute. So wait, I was a poor white kid. You know what I mean? I didn't have a whole lot growing up, so I was poor, but I was still white. These people are idiots. These are the people that they want to put in control. It's amazing to me. And just the only thing is, it's if Biden becomes president, just don't let him around your little kids. We've seen the videos, guys, with the creepy Joe Biden stuff, and it's ridiculous. And there's the double standard. If the Democrats say something negative, and just let me just put it out here. I am not Democrat. I am not Republican. Okay. I'm an independent thinker. I think for myself. I am not going to be in one party or another party and get galvanized with that hatred of both parties. I mean, it's ridiculous. You have left-leaning people, you have right-leaning people, and then you have your ultra extreme leftist and you have your ultra extreme rightist. So it's crazy. It's crazy that people, the biggest problem that I have with that whole thing is this is another control mechanism. They're using that hatred against us so that we feed into doing exactly what they want us to do. And they want us to hate each other. They want us to kill each other. And then they can enact these stupid laws and take away our rights as they continue to do, like after they did after 9/11. And the funny part is the Patriot Act was written before 9/11. And amazingly, it's ushered in as a guise of safety. So we willingly sat there and said, yes, please take away my rights in the guise of safety. And all it does is it hurts us. And that's what people don't get. As long as it doesn't interfere with them playing Xbox and smoking that joint and drinking that beer, and they can live in their little oblivious world, they're okay with it because it doesn't touch them. Well, guess what? It touches all of us. When the total control happens and everything that you do and everything that you're doing, I mean, you think about, guys, the way things are now, like in the cities, cameras are everywhere. I mean, even like in suburbia, like you walk into a Walmart or you walk into the grocery store, there's cameras everywhere watching every move you make. So think about that too. And I know there's a lot of theft and stuff like that, but again, they're watching. They're always watching. Everything is written down. They're watching what you're doing. They're watching your purchases. It's just like, hold on one second. So you go into Wegmans grocery store, and I'm sure that the Kroger's and the Piggly Wigglies and all the other grocery stores out there have the same thing. You got your shopper's card. Ooh, I'm going to save some money. But what is the shopper's card really all about? The shopper's card is they can look and see what you're purchasing on a regular basis, and then guess what you get in the mail? You get some coupons for those things. Again, they know what's going on. They monitor these, your little phone, okay? They're monitoring those. They know who you're talking to. They know what you're doing. When you're looking stuff up on the internet, you don't think that they can't go into your IP address and go through your history and see what you were looking at? Of course they can. So again, those are things that it's all about control. Makes you wonder why do we have that? What are they afraid of? Exactly, and that's the whole thing. Like I said, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun, guys, is a good guy with a gun. And I am not going to sit there and be a victim. And that's what happens when you let yourself be disarmed. Now you are a victim. You've set yourself up to be victimized because here's another thing. Let's think about this. Again, we talked about criminals not listening to gun laws because they don't care about gun laws. They don't care if they go to prison. They probably have already been there. But if they know that you are disarmed, now what's stopping them from breaking into your house? Nothing. Nothing is stopping them from that. Absolutely nothing. So they're going to do mandatory retirement for politicians after 70, out of touch with current events. You know what, Karen? I can't disagree with that at all, because when we had Slaughter up here in New York, and she died in office, and she was like 83 or 84 years old. I mean, and they just kept electing her in over and over and over again. And I always go back to, and I'll never forget this. I think it was Strom Thurmond. I think he was in North Carolina. The guy was like 96, I think, and they were bringing him in a wheelchair to vote on whatever thing. And it's insane. These people get in there and they're there forever. 30-year politicians, what do you learn in 30 years? You learn how to be a slippery snake. That's what you learn in 30 years. So, it's weekend at Ruthie's, right? But it's crazy. It amazes me. Now, our mandatory retirement age is 65. You're 65 years old. They're pushing you out the door, give you the gold watch, and have a nice life. Okay, enjoy your retirement. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But these politicians, they can be a million, can't think straight for themselves, but they're rolling them on in there, boy, and they just keep going. So, guys, if you haven't shot me that thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would appreciate it. I want to address something, okay? And so, as you guys know, my daughter started her own channel, and obviously she's not going to be doing prepping and living off grid. She may talk about that, her experience of it, stuff like that. But her channels, basically she does her art stuff, and she's going to be doing stuff, from a college student's perspective from college. So she had a troll come in there today and left some huge comment. Now, I realize I have my haters, okay? And that's fine. Hate me all you want. Say anything you want to say about me, that's fine. But this degenerate went in there, this huge, long tirade about Heather, very, very negative, okay? Now, my thing to this person would be, I'm sorry, give a crap about you, that you are such a bitter, sad person that you feel it's necessary to go onto a 17-year-old girl's YouTube channel that she just started and say hateful things to her. I feel sorry for you. People like that, I feel absolutely sorry for you. But here's the best part. Is it buffering again? Heather, you're not downloading anything, are you? Okay. Hopefully it'll stop. Buffering really bad, somebody said. Oh boy. I don't. On my end, it's absolutely fine, guys. Feed is down. Feed is lost. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Can you guys still hear me? All right. All good. Back on. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what's. Just had to refresh. Okay. Yeah. If you're having any issues, guys, just refresh stuff because we're not doing any downloading right now. Heather, would you check on the chickens, please? Thank you, honey. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it did that. So anyway, so you guys, anybody that hates me, go ahead and attack me. Hate Free Zone donation, Preppernick 4. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that, and thank you for that donation. But like I said, you guys want to try and troll on me because it's like I could care less. Thank goodness I have taught Heather very, very well, so she has a very thick skin as well. So this person, she went and blocked them and deleted the comment, but unnecessary what this individual said to my daughter. They're a pathetic person. They really, truly are. And that's what we have to, like I said, we have to feel sorry for people like that. So that's, I just don't understand why you want to go after kids, but, it's very, very sad. Yeah, children should be off limits, period, Kevin H. I agree with you 100%. But, now she's got her own channel. And they were full of hate, which is very, very sad, this individual that did this. And it's probably because they hated me, which, I could care less. I mean, if you like me, great. If you don't like me, go watch somebody else. That's always been my thing.
You told them about Val's betrayal.
Oh, no, I haven't. So, here's Heather. Oh, you got to show and say thank you to Mountain Girl.
Yes, thank you, Mountain Girl. I'm wearing the bracelet that you got me, and it has my name engraved. And I like this style of closure, too, so like that. There we go. Pretty cool. So thank you. It is appreciated. Also,
Okay.
Can we get an SD card for my phone? Because I'm almost out of space.
Okay. Yeah, relax. All right.
I got an SD before I forgot.
Okay, all right. But yeah, anyway, so what hurts us makes us stronger, Sharon said. Well, like I said, it's, well, that's the whole thing. You know what? I disagree with you sometimes, but I love you guys. And I appreciate that. It is what it is, says that. My biggest thing, guys, is we can all have different opinions. We're never, ever going to agree on everything 100% of the time. But I am mature enough, I guess is the right word, that I appreciate other people's thoughts. I appreciate people having their own thoughts. I love to have a debate with anybody about anything, and I have no problem with that. But when you just do nothing but troll, you're not worth the waste of time. I do have to tell you, this is funny. You guys will appreciate this one. So I got an email, and he didn't want to do it on my channel, probably because he knows he'd get hammered on my channel. And he spent quite a long time telling me everything that's wrong and everything that I'm doing wrong. And that's not constructive criticism. It was just, obviously this guy was on a roll. So, and then he I eagerly await your reply. So I replied, and I replied this, and you guys will love this. I said, opinions are like a-holes. Everybody has one. And that's it. That's all I replied. And then, of course, he replied, oh, that's, so mature. Well, no, you're giving me your opinion. Guess what? I don't care what he had to say. Why would I? Here's the thing is, all my haters out there, anybody that hates my channel and hates what I'm doing, feel free. Go on here, start making content, because I noticed a lot of times the people that have the most hate on their comments or my comments have no content, not even an icon picture. They don't even put their icon picture up there because they're so gutless. And so they don't have anything, constructive to say. If you have constructive criticism, there's a way to go about it. If you say, you know what, I think that if you did this or if you did that, it might be better. That's all great. I love those. And you know what? When I have received those type of comments and I think about stuff and I process stuff and I go, you know what? They're right about this, that, or the other thing. And I have come back on here, and anybody that's watched my videos for any length of time knows, and I'll say, I was wrong about this. So thank you for that information. I'm going to do that, what this person said. I love that because it makes me think. But if you come on and you just want to troll and say hateful, nasty things, and think that you're going to get under my skin, it's not going to happen because I could care less. So, and then the guy made sure he told me that he wasn't a subscriber, that he used to be, but he's not anymore. Well, let's go away then. Go bother somebody else. I could care less. So, very, very funny. Very, very funny stuff, though. But it's like, I love the people that, don't live this lifestyle, that are going to sit there and tell you, do I miss cable television? Mr. Rose asked me that. Not at all. Absolutely not at all. I have Netflix. So if I want to watch different shows on there, I can. Actually, the only thing that I have missed since going off grid and not having it, having television, the only show that I miss is The Walking Dead. I absolutely love that show. I think it's awesome. But I can catch that on Netflix as well. So I watch them on there. So, I might have to wait a while, but that's okay. But yeah, it's just, that's that. So I don't miss television. I have no regrets of giving it up. You got to understand, with television, they call it programming for a reason. Think about why so many of our young people are very liberal thinking and stuff like that, is because they're being inundated with garbage from the leaning left. Think about our educational system. Who basically is control of our educational system? The left. Okay? So all those conservative views that a lot of us have, and I'm going to tell you right now, and you guys know, I've always been very, very honest. I have some left-thinking views, and I have some right-thinking views. Always have, always will. Hey, Bob, Tom, I think it's too dangerous for kids now these days. Kids are on this too and can say hateful things. She must be warned. Yeah, you know what? You're right, and they will. But the thing is, Heather is very, very grounded, okay? And she's very confident in herself. So she's going to get trolls. Absolutely, she's going to get trolls. She may get trolls her own age. But my daughter is smart enough to realize that they're full of crap, just like I realize that my trolls are full of crap, and she'll delete them and block them and end that problem. So that's what she will do. And she's smart enough to be able to do that. Ed, do you want the series? I don't know what you mean by that, Kate or Kat. I don't know what she means by that. People hand their hunting rifles down through the family. Will that law affect them? Only if it's registered, and if they say that you have to register it, and you go and you register it, down the road, registration leads to confiscation. Mark my words on that. So, but again, talking about television, they call it programming for a reason. The schools are all very liberal thinking. Most of your teachers are very liberal in their thinking. So very, very few conservatives in there. So, again, like with my children, I want them to think for themselves. If Heather comes to me and we have a discussion, I may explain to her why I think the certain way that I do. Just like she had put up a post on her Facebook page, and she was talking about, I understand why people need to be armed to go to the grocery store. And so I explained a little bit on there, and then I talked with her afterwards. There's a lot of evil people in the world. There's a lot of people that have evil and bad intentions. So we need to be able to defend ourselves. There's not always going to be a cop around. So people learn hand-to-hand combat for a reason. She learned hand-to-hand combat for a reason, to be able to defend herself. I would absolutely encourage her when she turns 18 to get her pistol permit. I'll be honest with you. And I hope she does, because she needs to be able to count on Heather, not on the police, not on security, nobody else. And if something happens, then you can be proactive and not be a victim. And I'm going to tell you another thing, guys, and I will tell this to anybody that wants to listen. Any of these stores that say you're not allowed to bring a gun in here, how do they know? I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care. Because you know what? If something goes down, I'm going to be able to defend myself. Now, am I going to open carry and flash it and, think that I'm all cool because I have a gun? Absolutely not. You'll never know. And that's how it should be. You know what I mean? It's not, having a gun is not about trying to act like you're a tough guy. Okay? That's not what having a gun is all about. Having a gun is about being able to defend yourself if that situation arises. I'm going to tell you a story now, okay? Real good friend of mine, always carried, all the time, never was out his gun, always had his gun. So he's walking down a street in Rochester on a street. He was approached by three gentlemen. The three gentlemen, now my buddy's not a huge dude. He's like, maybe 5'6", 5'7", maybe $140, maybe $150, okay? So they pulled out knives, and they said, give me your wallet. So my buddy said, no problem. So he reaches in, and he pulled out his gun. Now, he didn't point the gun at them. He pointed the gun down at the ground, and he said to them, now what would you like? And those three guys turned around and took off. Now, in reality, he had every right to shoot all three of them dead on the spot because they were in the middle of committing a felony, an armed felony. He had the right to use deadly force if he wanted to. But he didn't, but he knew that in that situation, all he had to do was show that I'm not a victim. You're not going to victimize me. And they ran, okay? So, I would have shot him too, Kevin H. I agree with you. I would have shot, and that's what I told him. I told him at the time. I said, good thing it didn't happen to me. I said, because I'd have shot all three of them dead. That's exactly what I would have done. But again, stand your ground law. Exactly. But the thing is, the way he handled it, he never had the gun to think that he was a tough guy. He had the gun for that direct type of situation where he was not going to be a victim. And, and that's what it's about. So, that's why, so all these people, why do you need to have that? Well, it's none of your business why I need to have it. It's my business. Okay. I can have whatever I want to have because that's the rule in this country. In Australia, where you have been gutted, in the UK, where you guys have been gutted and you can't defend yourselves. Now it was in London. I think it was London. They want you to give up your knives on top of that. And then they had one of their kiosks where you could drop off the knives. They had one of those stolen. So it's insanity, guys. It really is truly insanity. And like I said, all gun laws do, again, is hurt law-abiding citizens because the criminals do not care. These guys that have been in prison forever, they don't care. They'll go back to prison. They know the game. They know how to live, and they survive. So they could care less. So they're going to do what they're going to do. Again, if you're a law-abiding citizen and, you need to be able to defend yourself from all people that are going to try to hurt you, foreign and domestic, including your government. So, and that keeps the government in check too. And I've had people say, well, the government's got this and the government's got that. And you having a rifle, it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, it does, because we have that ability as American citizens that if we've had enough of the nonsense, and I'm telling you, it's reaching ahead, guys. It really, truly is. I mean, I always wonder how much longer people are going to put up with the nonsense that's going on and the manipulation. That's what I don't understand, why so many more people are not waking up to the manipulation that is constantly inundated on us on a daily basis. Okay, so we're going to talk about something else real quick. President Trump goes to Ohio. He goes down to Texas at the scenes of these shootings. Now, love him or hate him, again, your own personal choice. But once again, people, well, he's not welcome here. And Beto O'Rourke, Beto, what kind of freaking name is that? And of course, that's a nickname. That guy's a winner right there too, just so you know. But again, who are they to say that he's the president? The president goes to these things. That's what he does. He's trying to, bring us together, not bring us apart. The media, these other politicians, are the one that are trying to bring us apart. Okay, not the president. So, like I said, hate him, love him, whatever. That's fine. You can have your own opinions on him, and that's great. That's a beautiful thing because that's why we're a free country. But yeah, bad guys don't have permits, Helen just said. You were exactly right. Because they are sheeple, Kate just said. Yeah, you're right. Are illegal immigrants allowed to get a gun permit? Lori said, no, obviously they can't. They'll get what they want off the streets. Like I told you guys before, if I have the money and if I go right now to Rochester, New York, I can get whatever I want, probably within an hour. I know the right people to talk to, and guess what? Money talks and BS walks. So if I walk up to somebody and say, look, I'm looking for this, that, or the other thing, I can get what I want. Absolutely no questions asked, and as long as that money's green, then I'm going to get what I want. So, I mean, that's the reality of it. Anybody can. So, I'm just saying, illegals have machetes. See that problem around here all the time on the news. Yeah, exactly. So, you have people that are going to find. People are going to find a way. So, taking away the guns is not going to end any violence, guys. Okay, we just had a stabbing. I can't remember where it was here, even in the United States, where the guy killed like 4 people and like stabbed a bunch of other ones. I can't remember the exact number, but he did that with a knife. So no knife stopped me from home cooking. Well, and it's like I said, it's gotten to the point of being ridiculous. Jared said it was California. Okay, that's where it happened. All right, thank you. And Kevin A said the same thing. Okay, but again, like, and I mentioned this, I think, the other night on Wednesday. I said, I have a hoe, I have a shovel, and I have a pickaxe. I can kill you with all 3 of those things. So should they be taken away because they have the potential to be a deadly weapon? Let's talk about cars, guys. Let's talk. Not even talking about the everyday people that are killed every single day on the roads, which is way more than any of these mass shootings. Okay. Let's talk about the drunk drivers that go out there and kill people. So should we take away everybody's right to drive because of the drunk drivers? I don't care if you don't drink or not. Let's say you don't drink at all. You don't drink anything. But no, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take away your car because it does have the potential to kill people. It does. It's a deadly weapon, guys. So, it's the same exact thing. Your car is a tool. A weapon is a tool. A hammer is a tool. A shovel is a tool. It depends on how that tool is used, okay? And so why are we always blaming the gun for these crimes when it's not the gun, it's the individual that did this? Again, and I want to mention this, when you have these type of crimes happening, okay, what is the mental health status of the individual? We don't always hear a lot about that. What kind of medications are these people on? What kind of medications have they been forced to take? Those are things that I definitely would be interested in hearing. How many of these people are on antidepressants? Because as we know, antidepressants can also make you kill yourself or other people because they get depressed and, oh, poor me, and the world is so tough. Don't ever, heaven forbid, that you actually deal with your problems and work your way through it and process your way through it. No. Take a pill and you'll be in happy land and you don't have to worry about it. Think about that, guys. They got a pill for everything. And so a lot of these medications are not good for us. The whole ADHD and all that type of stuff, it's all crap. You got a hyperactive kid. Okay, so your kid's hyperactive. ADHD was made up. That's a made up thing. And what are they doing? They're getting rich off of it. They're getting rich off of it. Oh, your kid's got ADHD. Well, we better give him Ritalin. Got to make him calm down. So think about that, guys. Manipulation. Who's manipulating us all the time? The people that really, truly run this country, okay? The banks, pharmaceutical companies, the insurance companies, the oil companies, okay? All those ones that are doing that's who runs this country, guys. They're telling us the news industry, okay? The television industry, they're all owned by a very few conglomerates, and they're putting out what they want to put out. It's not rocket science. It really, really isn't. So, we need to stand up and say, I've had enough. I'm not taking this anymore. Because it seems like the ones that get the most attention are these idiots that get out there. I don't know if you guys saw the video. Mike had sent it to me. And there was a lady confronted this group of people. And I think the girl had to be on drugs because she was acting like a complete lunatic. But they were against whatever it was, and this woman was trying to have a discussion with them. So in the background, in a purple dress with great big huge falsies, is this bald guy that looked like Curly from the Three Stooges, with all the hair going through the center, but big puffy hair on the side. I was like, these are the people, guys, that are out there doing these freaking protests, or they'll do you get a bunch of women wearing big fake vaginas. I mean, what is that? That is people that are mentally disturbed. Okay, again, I'm kind of laughing about it because it's like I look at them and I go, who takes these people seriously? You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So it's crazy. The FDA allows drugs that cause cancer, but they won't allow things that will cure cancer. Right? Yeah, exactly. What is it? B17, I think, is something that's absolutely proven that it retards cancer and kills cancer. And people that are in certain parts of the world that have a high diet of that don't have cancer. That's interesting, I think. So yeah, it's just I'm 65 and milk never hurt my body. Oh, I'm going to tell you what. Growing up, I drank a half a gallon of milk a day. Growing up as a kid, okay? I mean, I pounded milk. I still like milk. Eddie pounds milk now. He just hammers on that milk. I never broke a bone in my life. I've been very, very fortunate in that aspect. So I don't see a problem with milk at all. Little Caesars here saying gun-free store, and I'm breaking the law carrying conceal with my concealed carry permit. You know what? Then too bad. Just like I said, don't tell them you have it on you. You have it on you for a certain reason. Who are they going to target? Who are these lunatics going to target? They're going to target places where people are unarmed. That's what they're going to do because they don't want the good guy with a gun to stop them. That's the reality of it, guys. I want to mention while I'm thinking about it, we're getting much, much closer to the Prepper get-together. It is going to be a week from tomorrow. So next Saturday is going to be the Prepper get-together, August 17th. And that's probably why I said it was 2017, because I had the 17th on my mind when I did my second video today. So August 17th at Letchworth State Park, we're having the Prepper get-together. It's going to be at Eddie's Pavilion, and that's EDDYS Pavilion. And so everybody's welcome to come. Again, I think we're going to have a great turnout. And can I get raw milk? I probably could because I got the farm right around the corner. So about a mile away from where I live, they got a big cow farm. So if I really wanted raw milk, I could probably get it there, Kate. So anyway, or Kat, I'm sorry. I keep calling you Kate. I don't know why. There's not an E on the end. But anyhow, so we're having that there. It's going to have all day. We have the pavilion from 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. So, again, everybody's welcome. The only thing that I ask is you bring a dish to pass, and we should have a really good time. And if you want to have alcohol, you can have alcohol, but just bring your own booze. Okay? So we're going to have fun. It's going to be a really good time. I think we're going to have a great day. And I'm really, really looking forward to meeting everybody. So it should be a lot of fun. But Carlene Jackson just said you can't buy raw milk here. If you go directly to one of the farmers, I'll bet you could. If you went directly to the farmers, I'll bet you could, Carlene. You would have to go right directly to them, though. So, but anyway, and the other thing I wanted to mention was the Prepper Nurse One community on my website, which is preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse One community where people, I kept getting people saying, how do I meet like-minded people in my state? Where do I meet somebody? So we ended up making the Prepper Nurse community for everybody out there that was looking to connect with like-minded people in their state or in their country. Okay, so we set that up, got great message boards on there. You have to be registered to get in there and see what's going on. So it's very private. It's a great way to connect with like-minded people. And so if you are interested in that, feel free to go over there and check that out. Like I said, we have the seniors group. We have a singles group. We have a disabled group in there. And then, from every state in different countries around the world. So if you want to check that out, please do. Let's see. No Afraid, close to Amish, and they will not sell it to you. Oh, Carlene said that. Okay, well, then I guess not. Get a cow. You can still buy cows, Kevin said. Yeah, that's true. So anyway, but yeah, so it's just, the world has gone nuts. It amazes me the way people think today. It really has. And can you shout out Heather's channel again, please? Sure. Heather's channel is Hang Out with Heather. So it's HANGOUT with Heather. And it's all, there's no space in between. So if you want to go over there, guys, and show her some love, I would definitely appreciate that. The way that YouTube does it now, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. and 4,000 hours of watch time before you can monetize your channel. And so, all one word, all together, Bill. Yep. So if you guys would go over there and watch her videos and help her get monetized, so that way she can have a little bit of an income coming in while she's in college as well, that would be great. And I appreciate that. I mean, she's a good kid, guys. She really, really is. And like I said, she's not going to do a channel like me. It's totally different. It's her thing. It's her channel. She wanted to talk about her experiences leading up to going to college. She wanted to do her a vlog once she gets into college of what it's like on a daily thing. You know, I mean, this is going to be a really unique experience for her, and it's going to be fun. I'm really excited for her, and so it should be very, very interesting. Someone said, just heard Trump's being impeached. Now he ain't going to get impeached. It's not going to happen. You know, they've been blowing that horn for 2 years too. So that is not going to happen, guys. What about the Chinese stocking up on food and gold? Well, Lawrence, I talked about the Chinese buying gold. In the last 8 months, they've added 90 tons to their gold reserve. They just bought 10,000 more tons this last month in July. Gold is used as a hedge against inflation because when things get worse in the economy, gold prices go up, okay? And so they've been loading up on that because of this trade war, and I think they're preparing for a long, drawn-out battle with that. And they're hoping, I'm sure that they're hoping, that Trump does not get reelected and they get another weak president in there that will give them what they want. They will impeach in House, but cannot. The House may pass something for impeachment, but they'll never get it in the Senate. So it's another way to completely waste time, which they've done for 2 years. They've been on this witch hunt on Trump for 2 years, and it's amounted to absolutely nothing, and millions of dollars for investigations and all this other nonsense. It's ridiculous. How about we take care of the important things that are wrong with this country, and, you know, let's do that. I'll tell you what, it's like if they had done this, if they had treated Obama the way they've treated Trump, they would have called us the worst racist country in the entire world. They would have absolutely gone nuts. But as we all know, the media loved Obama, and he was their darling and couldn't do anything wrong. Well, all of them do something wrong, guys. They all make mistakes. It happens. Yeah, they need to go to work. Wolfgang just said that. Absolutely agree with you 100%. You know, they need to go to work. Trump is not going to be impeached. It's not going to happen. Actually, I believe he's going to be reelected, to be honest with you. And I'm going to tell you why I think he's going to get reelected. All this diversity and hatred that's gone on since he's become elected has continued to get worse and worse and worse. And the powers that be that actually run everything want it to get worse and worse. So if they can get him reelected again, it just galvanizes that hatred all the more. They can hopefully get a civil war or some kind of garbage like that started, because then what happens? Then what happens? We enact martial law, and none of us have any kind of rights at all. Think about, again, what just happened over with between India and Pakistan, okay, with that area up there. They did a total blackout, all cell phones, all landline phones. They killed the internet. And then they went in there with troops, and the people woke up. There was military in the streets. All major roads were blocked off. Total and complete control. And guess what they could do about it? Absolutely nothing, okay? That's what they will do here. That's exactly what they will do here, all right? We're playing right into their hands, guys. We're giving them exactly what they want with all the hatred. And that's honest. Just because a store posts a no-gun sign does not make it illegal for you to carry. They can ask you to leave, and if you don't leave, then you could be arrested for trespassing. That's a great point, John, and thank you for that comment. Right. So you can have your gun. They can ask you to leave, and if you won't, then you can be arrested. That makes absolute sense. But, you know, again, if they don't know you have it on you, if you're doing concealed carry, that is... you know, that's the way to do it. So, you know, that's what I would do. Just be very low key. Don't give a lot of attention to yourself. Well, you're not trying to draw attention to yourself anyway. So when you have these people, I mean, it's like we've all seen the videos, guys. People walking down a road with their AR-15 or whatever, and or they're walking down a street in a town because they have open carry laws, and they're going to show, and then people get nervous and they call the police, and all the police come, and then there's the big hoo-ha. Those people are doing it because they want that attention. They want that negative attention. Okay. Again, just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should be doing it. Okay. Leave lying dogs alone. That's what I say. If they're laying down and they're sleeping, leave them alone. Why do you want to antagonize and get people all worked up? It doesn't make any kind of sense to me. Have your concealed carry permit. Carry your weapon wherever you need to carry it. You don't need to. Gray man. Exactly. Yep. Think gray man when carrying, Stephen. If a situation happens, guess what they're going to call you? If you're carrying your gun wherever you are. Okay. I want you to think about this, guys. You're carrying your gun wherever you are, and a mass shooting starts. Lunatic comes in with a gun. You take him out. You know what they call you? A hero. You are a hero. That's what you are. They're not going to say, wait a minute. We had a no carrying a gun policy in the store. How could you have a gun on you? They're not going to say that. The people lives that you save, can't find Heather's site. Wanda just said, okay, it's Hang, HANGOUTWITH, and then Heather. All one word, no space in between. If you type all that in, all together, Hang Out with Heather, her channel will come up and you'll see her channel. Trump is really a nice guy. He let my son fish off his dock in Florida. He fought for this country in the American flag. Yeah, and you know what? And he's being vilified and he's being called out. So here's the thing. If the media says it enough, people will believe it because they believe anything that's on TV. So when they are constantly saying, oh, he's a racist, he's a racist, he's a racist. Trump is not a racist, okay? He's not a racist. It's a fact, okay? And so, that's what people need to realize, okay? You're being manipulated. Anybody that goes out there and they parrot, all they're doing is parroting what they hear on TV, which drives me nuts. Think for yourselves. Think outside the box. And that's what I tell Heather. I said, stop listening or stop watching certain stuff and think for yourselves. Whatever information you're giving, process it, analyze it, and go from there, okay? That's what we all need to do, all of us, okay? I don't take everything for word. I look at it. I try to see through it. I try to see what's going on. And a lot of things, guys, remember, a lot of these things are distractions. These mass shootings, they're distractions. That's all that they are. I'm going to tell you what I would be more concerned with media isn't worthy any longer. Things have changed so much in that area. You're right, Jessica. I agree with you 100%. They're so full of crap and they're so left-leaning, it's ridiculous. You don't hear anything good about Trump from the media. You don't. It's a constant, nonstop attack. Trump is bad. Trump is racist. Trump is this, and it's irritating. So like I said, I'm glad I don't have a television anymore because I would probably be even more frustrated than I get with just the snippets of crap that I see. But the only thing Trump sees is his success or failure. Exactly. Tubular Guy 9 just said that. And you're right. He's trying, I honestly think he's trying to do the best thing he can for this country. There is a lot of garbage that needs to get weeded out. One of the things that I definitely think needs to be really, truly addressed, again, with this pervert that just got busted in New York City, okay, with the whole black book of all the names, why are we not hearing more of that in the news? We're not hearing Epson, okay? Where's all that information? Why, Clinton was in his book. He was named 21 times, okay, in that book. So why are we not talking about that? Why are we not talking about let's clean out some of these higher echelon people that like to bang little kids? I think that's what we need to really think about. I think that would be a really great thing to work on. They got him now, so let's focus on those type of things. Let's clean up the swamp. All these people that are, why are so many people walking into Congress, and then by the time that they leave, they're multimillionaires on $170,000 a year salary? How does that work? Explain that one to me, okay? Epson's going to show up dead soon. You're right, absolutely. And it's going to be said that he hung himself or that he killed himself. So, but that's people are going to think what they want to think. Oh, someone asked about Marv. He had a baby a week ago and is taking a break. Good for him. That's awesome. You know, I knew his wife was pregnant again with another child. So, yeah, I can understand why he would take a little time off, and he should. Family is everything, guys. Family, to me, it is. It's the most important thing, as you guys know. My kids are my whole world. So, but anyway, a couple things I want to mention before we jump off of here. I always talk about how we are legion, okay? We are legion because we are many. We are at a point, guys, when things go south, all of us that are preppers, all of us that are off-gridders, we can truly make a difference for people. And I think that that's really, really important, okay? So I think that we need to be supportive of each other and try to help each other as much as we can when that time comes. And we are the ones that really, truly can make a difference. I'm going to ask real quick again on here, where's everybody from? Because we got to do this, you know, just for fun. It goes blowing by here fast all the time when it does. So we got Indiana, we got Columbia, Canada, we have Texas, Ohio, Los Angeles, Iowa, Maine, Illinois, Indiana. Let's see, Texas, Florida, Ohio, Detroit, Tennessee, Illinois, Antarctica. Wow, that's pretty cool. South Carolina, Ontario, Canada, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Let's see. We're going by really fast, guys. I've got California again, Florida, Virginia, Connecticut, Illinois, Maine, New Mexico, Northeast New York, Iowa, Chicago, New Zealand, very nice, Texas, Farmington, Missouri, Ireland, very cool, Northern Ireland, it's very nice, Alabama, Seattle, Mobile, Alabama, Southern California, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Michigan, New Orleans, Philly, Montreal, Canada, Pennsylvania, Rochester, New York. Hey, Tom, not real close to me. Southern California, West Virginia. So, guys, we are all over the world, all over the country. I just saw Spain on here. Very nice. Arkansas, Montana, you know, Staten Island, Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Very cool. Virginia. So, you know, guys, we're all over the place. And I'm telling you, when the time comes, we can all truly make a big, big difference. It's really important, and I think we need to remember those things. Continue to prep. Don't stop prepping. That's an important thing, okay? So I'm going to jump off of here now. Thank you so much, everybody. And if you haven't shot me that thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would appreciate it. We'll see. We'll just get that up a little bit higher before this goes on. Oh, and just so you know, the first video I did today, they demonetized it right away. I've lost like 20 subscribers today. Maybe part of it is because of my thoughts on gun control. I don't know, but that's okay. You know, if people don't agree, they don't have to watch. You know, again, it's a personal choice. So everybody can do whatever they want. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Make sure you hit, you know, the bell icon so you get notifications as well. So anyway, guys, again, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So that's really, really important as well. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. Nobody else can stop you, okay? So hang in there, guys. I really enjoy having you guys on here. It's a lot of fun, and I appreciate the feedback and everything like that. It's great. So I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.